They say children are fragile. They say little girls can't survive alone in a blizzard. But this little girl proved everyone wrong. Because when her best friend was in danger, she didn't wait for help. She became the help. This is the true story of Emily and Rusty, a 6-year-old girl, and a German shepherd who would risk everything for her. It began with the wind. Cold. Violent. Slamming against windows, tearing through the trees outside a small cottage on the outskirts of a coastal town in Maine. Inside, the lights flickered and finally went out. Emily sat alone by the fireplace, her tiny hands wrapped around a mug of warm milk. Her mom had gone into town before the storm hit. She said she'd be back by evening. But now, the sun was gone. And so was Rusty. Rusty, the big German shepherd who had been with Emily since her father passed away last year. Her guardian. Her best friend. Her shadow. But now, he was missing. Most 6-year-olds would have hidden under a blanket. But not Emily. She put on her boots, wrapped her scarf twice around her neck, and stepped into the howling wind. She called his name. Rusty. But the woods were silent, buried under blankets of snow. She followed paw prints leading away from the house, fading fast in the falling snow. Deeper, deeper into the forest. Her cheeks burned with cold, her legs sank into drifts up to her knees. Still, she walked on. Then a whimper. Emily froze. She followed the sound, heart pounding in her chest. And there he was. Rusty. Trapped. One leg caught in a metal snare, blood in the snow, his body shivering. His eyes wide with pain, but still watching her. Hold on, boy, she whispered. She reached into her coat and pulled out a tiny pocket knife, her father's. Hands trembling, she cut the wire. It took 5 minutes. But to Emily, it felt like a lifetime. Rusty collapsed into her arms. He was heavy, so heavy. But she didn't let go. Step by step, she carried him. Her boots sank deeper into the snow. The wind stung her face like needles. Her arms screamed in pain. But she didn't stop. Sometimes she dragged him. Sometimes she rested. Once, she even fell. But every time she got back up. Because Rusty would have done the same for her. It took her 2 hours to reach home. 2 hours of freezing cold and silent determination. Back at the cottage, she laid Rusty by the cold fireplace. Her fingers were too numb to strike the match. But she remembered what her father taught her. Breathe. Focus. Light it once. She struck the match. The flame caught. And for the first time that night, warmth returned. She covered Rusty with her blanket, pressed close to him, and whispered, "You're safe now, I got you home." When her mother returned later that evening, she found the front door cracked open. The storm had calmed. Inside, she found Emily asleep beside the dog. The fire still burning. Rusty's head resting gently on her lap. Tears filled her eyes. She didn't ask how Emily had done it. She just held her tight and whispered, "You saved him, baby. You're my hero." Rusty survived. The vet said if Emily had been even an hour late, he would have died. Word spread. The town called her the Blizzard Angel. Reporters came. But Emily didn't care about the attention. She just wanted her dog back. And Rusty? He never left her side again. Even at school, he would sit by the gate, waiting, watching, protecting. Some bonds go beyond words. Beyond storms. Beyond fear. This was not just a story about a dog. And not just about a brave little girl. This was a story about love. The kind of love that walks through a blizzard. The kind of love that carries you home. Closing line and call to action. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of courage and loyalty.